Hi everyone, Jim Smoak with Smoakhouse Properties. Today I'm going to be going over the Ring Doorbell Pro. I'm going to review what I went through regarding installation, some of the benefits that I've seen, and some of the drawbacks that I've seen since owning it. Let's get started. The Ring Doorbell Pro is simply a smart doorbell replacement for the not-so-smart doorbells that most of us have on our homes today. The features of the doorbell are enabled through hardware and software that include a built-in video camera, a built-in speaker and microphone, a Wi-Fi connection that allows you to connect your doorbell to your Wi-Fi network, and a motion detection capability that allows you to establish various zones of motion detection depending on the makeup of your doorstep and your yard. The manufacturers of Ring also provide you the ability to download a free app on your smartphone, Apple or Android, as well as the Apple smartwatch. The application allows you to receive alerts. We'll talk more about that in a second, motion alerts, as well as the ability to interact with your doorbell, the functions of your doorbell, but more importantly, it gives you the ability to interact with people on your doorstep, whether they come up and ring the doorbell or they approach the doorstep and you get a motion detection alert and you start interacting with them prior to them ringing the doorbell. After installing the Ring doorbell, I found out that it's actually a pretty useful device and not just a shiny object. And I have a couple of experiences I want to share to kind of prove that out. The first one, I was at my father's house, and shortly after installing the doorbell, I got an alert on my phone, so I launched the application, saw that was somebody at my door, rung my doorbell, and started talking with this person through the application on my phone. He said he was a door-to-door salesperson. I asked him what he was selling. He told me I wasn't interested, said thanks, and he went on his merry way. The feature is not being able to chat with somebody over the doorbell, although you can. In that instance, I was able to have a conversation with somebody who had no idea whether I was in the house or across the country. Matter of fact, his natural assumption was that I was in the house. And the security purpose of that feature is you really don't know if somebody's coming to your door to find out if you're not home. The second experience was when I was in church. I got an alert and I launched the application. Maybe I should have just put my phone away, but I launched the application and found that it was a package delivery service, and they were just walking up to my doorstep to put the package on the doorstep and walk away, so I could close the app and not have to worry about the alert I got on my phone. Both of them are useful cases that kind of prove out the primary functionality or use case or features of the Ring doorbell. It's a security device. Ring also offers an optional service where you can take all of the recordings that your doorbell captured and store them up in the Ring cloud on the internet. It's a handy thing to have if you ever want to provide a recording of an unwanted visitor to a neighbor, your HOA, or the police, and give everybody a heads up. It's $3 a month. And although I believe this day and age, manufacturers should provide the ability for recordings to be stored on the device and me to pull it across my Wi-Fi network, I guess at $3 a month, it's not a bad price for that kind of peace of mind. Another thing to keep in mind if you have a Windows 10 computer, Ring also provides a Windows 10 downloadable application via the Windows App Store. The reason I bring that up is because although you would think that Ring would provide the ability to look at a live feed from your doorbell via their website if you were to log in, they don't. You can only look at recordings if you have the optional service. If you have a Windows 10 computer, you can download that app and look at your doorbell feed live from your PC. I spend a lot of time on my PC, always having to go to my phone when I get an alert to bring up the application to look at a live feed. It's a bit cumbersome compared to if I can do it on the fly from my PC. So a handy thing to keep in mind there. One thing to keep in mind when you do install this Windows application is you're going to have to reboot your PC maybe a couple of times for the PC to recognize the app and it to be stable. I had a few hiccups along the way, but eventually it got ironed out. So now let's talk about a few things to keep in mind when installing your Ring doorbell. Both the Ring Doorbell Basic and the Ring Doorbell Pro uses the existing wiring in the house that powered your old doorbell. Now it's worthy to know that the Ring Doorbell Basic comes with a rechargeable battery and the Pro doesn't, but to me that's a useless feature because for you to get the basic functionality of the doorbell, it needs to be connected to the Wi-Fi network so you can interact with your visitors through your smartphone or your PC. No power, no Ring. Ring provides 4 colored faceplates with the Ring Doorbell Pro so you can match the exterior color of your house. Now let's go inside and talk about the rest of the installation. The Ring doorbell requires a little bit more power than a traditional doorbell does. So Ring provides you with a little power module that acts as an intermediary between the doorbell and the chime. Now in their installation instructions, they provide a really clean install experience where it fits nicely inside of the casing that goes on top of the chime. I wasn't so fortunate, mine didn't fit. But fortunately the Ring module is clean looking and they provide some double-sided tape, so I stuck it on the outside and it looks fine. People really don't look up when they come in your house anyway, so all's good. Finally, you need to download the Ring app from your smartphone app store so you can configure the doorbell. The app will take you through a simple setup process where you connect your device to the existing Wi-Fi network and set up your motion detection settings. Connecting the doorbell to your network will allow you to use the doorbell where and whenever you are, as long as you have your phone connected to the internet. While we're here, let me show you what a live view looks like on your phone. That's a live view of my doorstep. Well, that's it for this smart home video. Check back as I post more videos as I continue to make my home smarter. Next up, the ecobee 3 smart thermostat. I'm going to make a video on my installation and usage experience much like this one. I'm Jim Smoak with Smoakhouse Properties, where we specialize in representing the seller in the real estate transaction.